What's going on, guys? My name is Rumble Skrash. In today's video we're gonna be showcasing this Fortnite unit, Carrot. Carrot is actually a Fortnite unit, as you can see, she doesn't really have that high HP or attack. She actually has like the highest stats that she can have. I have cotton candied her, socketed her, and stuff. She doesn't have limit break, so that's why she has so low stats. Well, she could have an extra plus 20 cotton candy, but it wouldn't really make that much of a difference. As you can see, I have her max special, and that's gonna be essential. But the passive, actually, I would say it's even better for the use that we're gonna be doing, not to max it. So I haven't invested in her passive. So that's a very important thing to notice. If you see, there's some units, not a lot of them, but that with the levels of the special, they reduce the cooldown. So that's why it's very important to give her max special. It doesn't really cost that much because she costs 20 and she's like a PvP limited rare recruit. And with the special, she will actually give a 20% CT reduction to your teammates in a in a medium range. And as it doesn't say any a specific like sideways or frontal, it is basically circular, so radial. So it's not a bad range, and 20% reduction with that low cooldown, that means that you can actually do some very cool stuff with her, and that's what we're gonna be doing in this video. So in this video I'm gonna be showcasing, for example, a slasher team like this. You could use her in other teams, like not non-slashers, maybe some fighters. Actually, she's kind of a rainbow, so you can use her in any team, but I think I would say that her best use is here in the slashers, because you can actually manage like your Dofi, your Roger, your Odin, your Kizaru to activate way earlier than they should, because it's not only like 5 to 6 seconds early that she charges the special. It can actually mean like even 10 seconds, because she can actually make a unit activate when the unit would only be doing a normal attack, and then wouldn't attack for 10 seconds later. So you can actually save a lot of seconds in some units. It's a little bit RNG, so I wouldn't say like it's the best. I mean, it's one of the best options that you can do in terms of going up against some other slasher teams, probably. But it's RNG at the end of the day. So if you haven't checked out my video in which I explain how to predict a PvP match and how to at least predict the first 15 seconds mostly, go check that out, because it's gonna help you a lot in terms of understanding what I'm saying here, because it's really essential, that part. So in that video, I actually analyzed this slasher team with Raid Mihawk. So I was analyzing this team against another slasher team with V3 Low, so a 6-man slasher team. And I was calculating the speed and everything, and explaining what units are gonna attack at each point. And I was basically calculating that the Mihawk would actually be doing an attack at second 91. So the Mihawk has actually a speed of 158, and he's getting a speed of 55 because he's getting speed up level 11. So that leaves him with a little bit more speed than the Carrot, because as you can see, Carrot has close to 30 less speed than Mihawk, but she's giving speed up level 1 to herself. And if you want to make that even, you can level a little bit the passive and make her have the same speed as Mihawk. So it's gonna be, the outcome is gonna be nearly the same. So ideally, with the same calculations that I did in my video, you can actually kind of guarantee, in exceptions of some very RNG things that apply in the first 9 seconds of the match, that normally the first 9 seconds are the most secure one, and the easiest to calculate. So you can actually almost guarantee your Carrot against another slasher team to be attacking at second 91 or second 90. And if she does that, she will activate, because she has a special CT of 11, and the special CT up of the slashers is 9, so she's charging 18% faster. And if you calculate that, that is around the special should be getting charged in around 9 point something, but it rounds up, so in only 9 seconds, so at second 91, she can actually activate and give your units with the first attack that she does an extra like 5 or 6 seconds even in the cooldown. Well, in the Kizaru less, but so that they can really help you a lot. And also the thing is, like, it's the start of the match, so maybe if she doesn't die, she can actually even activate a second time. It's not like the second time is gonna do much, but for example, if one of your units has already activated and then she activates the second time, well, she's giving her, that unit like 5 or 6 seconds into the special, and then she can just die. So and the second stay. So really good investment for that. And well, you could, I mean, the bench, I just copy pasted the bench of some other um, some other 8-man team. Maybe because it's the carrot, it wouldn't be that bad of idea to put the Calgary Nolan first, because this way you can actually, when it probably the carrot is gonna be your first unit to die with a CT of 11, and the Calgary Nolan has a CT of 15. So maybe if the carrot dies, you can even get a almost maxed Calgary Nolan from the bench. As if you do it like this, maybe the PP Whitebeard will not come in max from the bench. So yeah. So without further ado, let's start with these matches. I'm gonna try to find some, as I said, some slasher team with B3 Law in it. So basically a 6-man slasher team. One thing I want to mention is that against, for example, 4-man slasher teams, it does not, I mean, it works, but the carrot does not activate in the first attack she does, because she actually attacks at second 93. Now, sometimes that can happen also against 6-man slasher teams, but in general, it doesn't. Another thing also I wanted to mention is that currently in this block, well, in this championship, we have actually massive buffs for strength and psi units. So basically, the slasher team is getting buffed massively, except for Dofi, and they are getting like HP up, attack up, and speed up. The thing is, I don't think it's really affecting us that much, because the calculations that I did in my video with Raid Mihawk were actually without counting any of these buffs. But here, as you saw, yeah, my carrot didn't activate, but it's not the end of the world if she doesn't activate in the first attack, as you are gonna be seeing, because she's gonna activate now and still charge the specials. It's a little bit of bad RNG that my Odin actually went first. So this first activation of carrot probably did not a lot, but well, I mean, probably it actually helped Kizaru activate the next time he attacks. So it's not the best case. It's kind of weird that she didn't actually activate at second 90. But well, these buffs can actually make some different and changes and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really look that much into it, because the thing is that even if she doesn't activate in the first round of her attack, she will activate in the second one, and that you still have time for that for you to be able to activate your specials early. It wasn't the case, but as you can see here, well, we just win, but it's because of slashers. Also, one thing I want to mention is that it's not that bad of an idea to actually bring this team, for example, against tanky teams, for example, that have like not a lot of damage, because if they don't kill the carrot, that means that she's gonna consistently every 10 seconds gonna be activating, and she's gonna be allowing your Roger and your Odin with like even just the fixed damage, like against very tanky teams. You can just consistently be activating all your specials and just bruising them and finishing them without having to go to such end parts of the match. So I would like to find like a team that actually in which it actually happens. Like the positioning actually really affects the the match. So probably yes, it's because of the positioning now that I think about it, because when I did my calculations I assumed that the Dofi was in the first spot, so I think that's gonna be a necessary thing. I'm gonna try to find a slasher team with the Dofi in the first spot, which is actually the best thing to do, by the way. So all these positionings that you're seeing them are quite wrong, putting the Odin in some of the first spots, because the positioning in a defense team and an attacking team changes. So you want in an attacking team your tankiest unit to be in the middle, but in the defense team you want that unit to be in the front. So the best spot for the Dofi is actually the first spot, and the best spot for the Odin in an attacking team is either the first one or the last one, but in the defense team is actually the last spot. So I'm gonna try to find a team that is like that, and I'll be right back. Well, I didn't find a team with the B3 low, but it has a Calgar and Nolan. And for the purpose of this video, it serves the same way. Calgar and Nolan have actually really high speed, so they're gonna be attacking really early. But the thing is that we shouldn't really worry about that, because the law was actually attacking during these first seconds, so it's not that big of a deal, because it's gonna be at the end of the day. What we want to see is the carrot to be attacking at second 91 and activating, and that's probably what's gonna happen. I didn't check, maybe the Kagarnolan will attack first than my Odin, yes, and maybe that will change something, but I don't think so. So let's see how that goes. I mean, ideally, it would be yes, exactly. As I assume, it didn't change much. And here my carrot is gonna be attacking at second 90, so not second 91, but second 90. And she charges the special, so probably it's even possible that the next special of Dofi, my Dofi actually activates. So that would be really, really cool. And yes, that's gonna be happening, and that wouldn't really be possible. Look, and we are second 80. Like, this is not nothing normal for your Dofi to be already charged. And here he activates the second 78, which is really nice to see, because even if their Odin activates before ours, as it happens here, we are able to actually tank it quite a bit. Like, you shouldn't really be worrying about that carrot dying. So, well, I mean, you should be worrying about the Kizaru here. He's at really low HP, but as you can see here, the carrot activates again, and actually charges a little bit of the specials. The Kizaru is gonna be dying, so it doesn't make that big of a difference, but the carrot actually charged back some of the special of Odin and the special of Dofi. And here, well, it's RNG, so I can lose and I can win. It's a mirror match. You shouldn't be really be looking for that much into it, if I lose this match or not. But the important part is that we manage our Dofi to activate first, and not make the first activation of Odin to actually care that much, matter that much, because we were able to tank it quite a bit. Now, probably I think I'm gonna lose this match because my Dofi is not attacking. Yes, and he actually dies. But here I have the special of PP Whitebeard that's gonna be probably dealing some damage. But no, he dies. So yes, it's quite bad RNG match, to be honest. But well, I mean, as you guys saw, the first activation of Carrot activated, charge the specials, allow my Dofi to activate, and actually like all my units to activate faster. I'm gonna try to find a team with B3 Law, so that we can actually see her in play, and that's gonna be probably it. I'm gonna be actually trying also to find some kind of like tanky team, so that you can see that she can actually be activating over and over again. But I will be right back if I don't find here a slasher team. Yeah, I will be right back. So here I have found a slasher team with Dofi on the first spot, and with a B3 loss, so that's what I'm actually looking for. And in here I mean, I probably can even kind of guarantee that the carrot will attack and activate at second 91 or second 90. It's probably what's gonna happen, unless we have like some, I don't really know what could happen. Maybe some knockback on the first attacks. I don't really think that would even be affecting it. But yeah, as you can see here, 93, and we are at second 91, the carrot activating. So that you can actually plan it quite well, and you already have like extra 5 seconds in your specials that the enemy team doesn't have. Unfortunately, oh no, sorry, the Dofi will activate also early, and even my Odin will activate really early, and this time finally before their Odin. That's what we are actually looking for, because my Odin got the special charge really fast. The same applies for the Dofi. I have enough defense to tank the special of Odin if he hadn't died, or even tank the special of Dofi. And now we just like, yeah, we will tank some fixed damage here. We will kill the carrot. We don't really care now. And now we just GG. As you can see, it's quite a good strategy. I have been testing it for a while. It's kind of bad RNG that in the last match I actually lost at the end of the match, but it's a mirror match. It's a slasher team versus slasher team, so you can have bad RNG at the end of the day. But the fact that you have this carrot is actually helping you a lot. And it's making that possibility of normally slasher teams either go to a very like RNG dependent late game, as it happened in the in this last match, or it can happen as in this one, that one team one shots the other, and I think the carrot is actually increasing the chances for that last thing to happen. So really really good option. As I said, I have tested it for a bit. I have actually beaten 8-man slasher teams, 6-man slasher team with V3 low, the slasher team with Pical Nolan that in the last match I actually had the bad RNG of losing. I have also beaten a slasher team with Halloween units, so with Halloween Shanks and Halloween Law. I have beaten a team with Halloween Law. So you have like a variation that can go pretty much against any other slasher team with not a lot of defense. With I mean not with quite ease, but you have at least some kind of guarantee or safe. You're kind of safe there with the thing of yeah, my specials will be charged earlier than them. So I'm gonna trying to find like some kind of tanky team with not a lot of damage, so that you can see that the carrot can actually just activate consistently and do a lot of stuff. So well, if I don't find one here, I will be right back. Yes, I will be right back with a tanky team, so that you can see that if the anime team doesn't have the damage and it's planning on tanking your specials, it's gonna be much harder for them, because she's gonna be consistently charging the special of Roger and Odin, and it's kind of crazy. So here I have found actually a kind of a rainbow team, so very tanky team that is actually planned on stalling and basically tanking my specials, and then making the PP Whitebeard do all the job from the bench. Like the main team can actually do some damage with the Magellan and stuff with the damage over time, but probably you're gonna be seeing that my character actually helps me do way more damage than I would in the same time. Uh, One thing I want to mention is this team is actually a rainbow team. It's actually kind of a variation of a good rainbow team that is actually really powerful. It was made by one of the guys in Just Corp, so a group of people that play the game and really love PvP. I'm gonna be probably showcasing this rainbow team. I mean, not this one, but like the actually good variation of that rainbow team in one of my videos. But for that you need actually to bench nukers, and unfortunately I don't have the Kaku, and right now is the only option, and with the Sanji it's not enough. So when Sobomas comes in, I will probably be showcasing that team, but for the moment we're gonna be seeing how this match goes. As you can see, well, pretty stock standard, my units activated, my carrot actually activates again, allows my units to be charged faster. We actually got a PP Whitebeard max from the bench, so it's quite unfortunate, but we managed to kill the Rayleigh and the Shanks crew, so it's not that big of a deal. Shirahoshi will heal the enemy units, but it's whatever. It doesn't really matter because we actually have like pretty max Roger and Odin, and the carrot will actually be charging their specials again when she attacks. So as you can see, pretty crazy. For example, here the carrot will actually be charging the special of the, oh sorry, the Odin suddenly came first, so well, it's whatever. But normally the carrot was going to attack and then charge the special of Odin, and Odin was gonna be activating, but I had some bad RNG there and that didn't happen. But well, here I have activation of Roger, a lot of damage, some defense down. The activation of Kizaru will deal some damage too, and with the activation of Dofi we will be doing a lot of damage, followed by the Sanji, so that's probably gonna be one-shotting a lot of units. Here the Sanji is gonna be probably killing some other unit too. Yes, and we only have like an enemy PvP Whitebeard that will actually do not much. As you guys saw, the damage over time does quite a bit of damage. Actually, the damage over time killed my Odin and Roger, so it's not to be underestimated. But well, I mean, probably I would have won against a team like that with a slasher team anyway, because I don't think it's like the best option for that kind of rainbow team. The Shirahoshi there, I don't know. Shirahoshi is gonna be very good in the future with side teams, but for the moment here, I don't really know about that, but I really think that the carrot actually helped me a lot in terms of dealing a lot of damage before their PvP Whitebeard got to activate the second time and actually kill me, because if he had activated the second time, I would probably have lost. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be ending this video here. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. If you're gonna be investing in that carrot, as I said, it's not that big of an investment, and I really think she's a really powerful tool that you can use in basically any team, to be honest. But in the slasher team, she works the best way because she's actually able to activate in the first attack, probably in some kind of fighter team, or maybe a combination of fighter free spirit. She could actually also activate at the first attack, but normally it doesn't really matter if she doesn't activate in the first attack, because she will activate in her second one before any of your units were actually ready to activate. So that's gonna be helping you anyway. So really good unit, I think. I actually ranked her pretty high in my tier list, and maybe I will even rank her higher than that, because I had the idea now this championship to start testing her, and she really works quite well. And it's only gonna get better with the release of more bench nukers to just wipe out the enemy floor. So yeah, and if you like the video, again, like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate if you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.